Hello YouTube, and welcome to another redundant transition. I have no idea what that means. We'll give it a second and see if it starts working. Hello YouTube, welcome to another episode of Fishing with Phil. We're going to try and catch some catfish. Well, we're already getting instant action on the hook, so that's a great sign here. Rod's already banging around, moving up and down. Fantastic sign. Echo Country Adventures, good morning, brother. Good to see ya. Long time no see, my friend. Long time no see. We already got a pretty good hit. Didn't really look like a huge fish, but he was big enough to put a good hit on the rod. Unfortunately, I was chumming up the water a little bit, so I wasn't able to set the hook on him and get him in here. I fear that he may have stole my bait, but nevertheless, we're going to go with the 15-minute rule, and if we don't see any more action on the rod in 15 minutes, we'll give it another go. Just got another little hit. So it looks like our bait's probably good. That's a great thing. First thing in the morning, 7 a.m. Throw your line out and start getting action within a minute, 30 seconds. That's a great sign. Probably means it's going to be a pretty good day, I'm hoping. Once again, I was late as hell getting out here like I always am. Every single time I go fishing, I'm late getting out here. You know, it's unfortunate, but that's part of fishing. I think every fisherman's probably late to their spot, or, you know, later than they'd like to be. But we're a little late, but I'm still optimistic and thinking we're going to have a good day out here. Lethal Outdoors, what's up, brother? How you doing today? Good to see you, Lethal, man. Long time no see. How you been? How you been, Lethal? Is the stream working okay for you guys? Football was on yesterday, Lethal. There's one game on tonight, and it's the Giants versus the Cowboys. And to answer your question, yeah, I probably will watch that game because I have Dak Prescott as my fantasy quarterback. So I need him to put up a huge game tonight if I have any hope at all of winning. It's pretty cold out this morning. 36 degrees, I want to say. Fahrenheit. So we might struggle a little bit here until the sun comes out. But nevertheless, we're going to give it a go and see what we get here, see what happens. I can't tell if we still got bait on there or not. I almost want to check it, but man, it's awfully early to start checking baits. It is awfully early to start checking baits. The bluegill are out here feeding already. I was half tempted to go ahead and catch me a bluegill and cut his head off and throw him out there and try and nail a huge catfish. However, the only problem with that is that I got out here literally at sunrise while the sun was rising in the sky, and I wanted to be out here before sunrise, but I didn't have any bluegill. So I think what I'm going to do is when I get done here, I'm going to grab me like 3 or 4 bluegill and I'm going to chop them up. I'm going to stick them in the freezer and bring them out tomorrow morning at maybe 6:30 in the morning. You know, a solid hour before sunrise. And see if we can't get us a large catfish out of here. You know, it's getting later in the year, man. These fish got to put on weight. They got to get ready for winter. You know, and it's basically already, the weather's, you know, where I live at in Northeast Ohio, the weather has basically already transitioned into the winter phase. You know, it's dropping down below freezing overnight, you know, and all that good fun stuff. So I pretty much missed the classic fall bite, which is, you know, obviously the best time of the year to go fishing. I pretty much missed it. We did catch our personal best out here that one night, but I need to start hitting it really hard this next week if I'm going to have any success at all on this channel. Michael's Card Addiction, good to see you. What's up, brother? Oh yeah, Lethal, I forgot to change the title, but you know what, dude, that happens. And you know, I'm not even going to sweat it. You know, if people come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I'm out here fishing and taking a video of it just in case I catch something unbelievable. You know, I'll be able to show it to my daughter one day and be like, look what your dad used to catch back in the day. You know, but yeah, the video title's definitely wrong, brother. Amio, what's up, brother? How you doing, Amio? Good to see you. Oh, it's getting warm over there, Lethal? Oh, is the stream not functioning, Amio? That doesn't surprise me. Having some coffee, Michaels. That's what's up. Good to see all you guys. Thanks everyone for coming in. I really appreciate it. Each and every single one of you guys. But yeah, we're trying to get some catfish this morning. We'll take some carp if we get them, but it really surprised me if we caught a carp this early in the day. To be honest with you, I don't see no fish, but our rod was going crazy there as soon as we threw it in. It's been about 10 minutes and I haven't really seen any action, so I think I'm going to check the bait here. I'm going to give it 4 more minutes, and if I don't see anything, I'm going to load it back up with some fresh bait and see what happens here. Because we did get a couple nice hits and did not hook up with the fish, so the odds are that our bait is gone. Yeah, Lethal, that's why, you know, I like the YouTube thing, man, because it's a great place to store your memories. And as far as I know, YouTube doesn't have a limit to the amount of videos that you can upload to your channel. You know, so it's a fantastic place to store your memories, you know, and keep a record of events. Ami, I seen you and your dad uploaded a holiday box opening. You don't have to give spoilers if you don't want, but you guys get anything good out of that, Amio? Go Titans. I have no idea what that means, Mom, but okay, if you say so, I say go Titans, Mom. But I love you, and I hope you have a great day at work. We almost caught a fish just now, which tells me we must still have some bait. That looked like a catfish bite. He took it pretty hard and then just let go of it immediately. I was too slow on the reaction to actually grab that fish. But I love you, Mom, and I hope you have a great day. Three short prints, huh? Yeah, I was going to check the video out, and it's like, man, I got to get out to my fishing hole if I'm going to go fishing. So obviously I didn't check it out, but I wanted to, and I was going to. And odds are I'll forget to watch it when I go home, because that's typically how things work for me. Oh, that was a solid take. Come on, hook up, baby, hook up. That was a solid take. Man, I just cannot hook up on these fish. I'm half debating on switching to the 5/0. You know, if these are catfish, the 5/0 would be much more suitable compared to a 3/0. You know, on a catfish have pretty big lips. You know, I'm still getting action on it, so it does make me believe it is a catfish. I'd be much better suited with the 5/0. I just really didn't want to swap out rigs because I was already so late getting to my spot that I didn't want to have to take more time to swap out rigs and swap out my hooks if I didn't have to, you know? Get the pole in the water and catch a fish on a 3/0. It was my thinking, but if these are larger catfish, which by their bites they don't appear to be, but if they're larger catfish, I'm going to need to throw that 5/0 on there to get through them thick lips they got. Nevertheless, we're getting some action. We're getting some action here, guys, and my mom's making fun of me, and that's pretty funny because I normally make fun of her. But yeah, this rod tip's moving, so we might have us a fish here in just a second, I'm hoping. Ron Fig, huh? You guys are waiting on Ron Fig? Our team has already been disqualified from contention. So that's one less team you guys have to beat. But if Ron Fig doesn't make a video, then you're pretty much guaranteed not to win. You know, because Ricky Russo wanted to see everybody participating. So you guys need to get on Fig and tell him to make his video, or he'll eliminate the whole dang team. Not too familiar with, ooh, another solid hit. I felt that one shake the ground a little bit. Just not hooking up with them, guys. I'm going to have to switch to the 5/0. I do see a carp out here swimming around. He looks awfully sluggish, though, to be feeding. Not too familiar with Gary Sanchez, to be honest with you, Amio. Yeah, circle hooking it up, Michael. Circle hooking it up. We got disqualified because we had a teammate who didn't really follow the instructions of what Russo wanted done. And, you know, I was pretty clear on what the instructions were and what Russo expected to see. We got a fish. We got a fish. Oh, we had a fish and I missed him. Dang it, Russo. See what you did. I missed that fish, guys. I'm debating on whether I want to switch to the 5-aught or not. I think I'm just going to load it up and throw it back. Now, I'm not even going to load it up. The bite's good right now. I'm just going to get it back out there. I'm not even going to load it. The bite's so good, I don't want to waste no time. I want to get it right back out there. The bite is good right now. But basically, long story short, we had a teammate who didn't really follow the instructions. I was very clear on what he needed to do. He still didn't do it. And I didn't want to be rude and be like, hey, you have to take your video down. It's not acceptable. But I'm the captain, so that was my job. I should have told him, I should have been straight with him and been like, hey, look, your video's not acceptable. You didn't follow any of the instructions. You didn't understand the point of the video. You need to take it down. And I'm going to have somebody else do that video, and you're going to do a different video. Like, to me, that's just incredibly rude and a mean thing to do to somebody. So I didn't do it. I let him keep his video up. It doesn't count. So we did all 8 videos, but only 6 of them are going to count. There's 2 videos from our team that won't count. But I mean, again, I'm not going to do that to somebody. I'm not going to tell somebody, hey, your video sucked. I'm going to let somebody else do it because you didn't do it correctly. Like, that's just mean. And I apologize to him. I'm sorry I let you down as a captain, dude. But I'm just not going to do that. But that's the captain's job. The captain's job was to get the people to do the videos correctly, and I failed to do that. So, I mean, it's on me at the end of the day. But, the whole point of the whole thing was to have fun, get to know each other, experience other people's channels. Maybe everybody grows, we get a lot of fun out of it, we interact with each other. That was the point. And I feel like I did that. So, mission accomplished. I had fun. It was a great experience and a great challenge, and I'm walking away with a good feeling. To me, it's not about winning. I could care less. I don't really PC anything anyway. And the cards that I do PC, I only keep them because they're sent to me by certain people. I don't really PC a player or a team or anything like that. So, I don't really care about winning. I cared more about the experience and having fun with the team. If that makes any sense. Man, I missed all kinds of chat. Sorry, guys. I went off on a tangent. Watching this pull up here and just talking my butt off. I'm getting some good action on it still. You think I should swap him out, Lethal? Dave Durango, good morning. Thank you for coming to my stream. I really appreciate that, brother. You said less bait, maybe. I got a pretty small amount of bait on there, Lethal. I mean, I put just a tiny little bit of bait, with a lot of hooks sticking out. But I'm debating on maybe I should throw on more bait with a bigger hook. Hey, Big Mike, what's going on, dude? How you doing today? Good to see you. All right, Mom. Love you. Have a good day, Mom. Yeah, nothing yet, Big Mike. Got lots of bites, but we're just not hooking up. I'm guessing I'm going to have to swap this hook out. I'm either going to have to go with a brand new, fresh, clean, sharp 3/0 circle hook, or I'm going to have to swap it out for an old used 5/0 circle hook. But either way, we're getting lots of bites. The rod's bending right in half, and we're just not hooking up with them. I'm a little late on the draw on grabbing the rod and reeling it. But yeah, no luck so far, Big Mike. No luck at all. But you know, it's early. We've only been here for 20 minutes. You know, with the amount of action we're getting, I'm pretty confident that we're going to land us a fish. You know, it's difficult, you know, when you don't have overhead for supplies. You know, I can't go get fresh hooks and fresh stuff. You know, I got to use what I got. You know, and it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. But I wish I had some brand new, nice, shiny, sharp 5/0 circle hooks. That would be sick. You know, or even some 8/0 circle hooks, which I don't have any. But I wish I did, because then I could take bluegill, you know, some fatter bluegill, chop them up, or even throw them on there live, and still have enough hook point sticking out to where I could hook a big catfish, or, you know, a pike, or anything that decided to take it, you know? But yeah, nothing yet, Big Mike. Nothing yet. Yeah, I do love watching the pole, Dave. You're absolutely right. Guys, I'm going to have to flip you around. I feel like that wind's blowing right on you guys. I'm sure that's killing your speakers. You don't think it's the hook, Michael? What do you think it is, brother? Think the fish are just being finicky? What bites lures around here? I mean, all kinds of things bite lures, Lethal, but for me to actually do lure fishing, that would mean that you guys would just be sitting here watching me cast the lure all day. I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys or interact with you. You know, that's why I fish for the fish that I do, is because, you know, it gives me time to interact with everybody who's in the stream. You know, the only time I'm not interacting is when I actually have a fish, which is exciting enough that people won't leave because they want to see the fish. But if I'm just standing here casting lures, you know, for 2 hours, nobody's going to stick around if I'm not interacting and talking to them, you know. Let alone casting lures and not catching no dang fish. That's just my personal thoughts on it. But yeah, there's bass, there's perch, there's walleye, there's pike, there's bowfin. I don't think you're really going to catch a bowfin on a lure. But there's all kinds of stuff in here, man. Anything that you can think of, if you can name it, it's probably in here. There's crappie in here. I mean, this is a river that runs from a lake, that runs into a bigger river, that runs into the Ohio River, which runs into the Mississippi River. So it's a 121-mile river, you know, that's fed from a large lake. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless of what you could catch in here. A bluegill is just a panfish. You guys probably call them... shoot, I can't think of what you guys would call them. Not brill. Something with a B. I can't think of what you guys would call them. But it would start with a B. Not brill. Not brine. For some reason, my brain's not working right now. But you guys have bluegill over there in Australia. I'm almost... Brim. There you go. Michael's got it. Brim. You guys would probably call them brim, Lethal. Or maybe it is bream. I don't know. I'm so dang confused now. Maybe it is bream, but I think it's brim, I believe. This is 6 feet deep, Michael. 6 to 7 foot deep. Not really deep, not really wide, but it's hella long. Very, very long. Man, we're getting some good action on it, but they're letting go again. I don't know what I have to do to hook a dang fish. But yeah, it's roughly 6 feet deep, roughly. Right now, it's probably closer to 7 or 8 because the water's up. Oh, that'd be cool, Big Mike. Catch us some salmon on video. That'd be really cool. Yeah, bream are saltwater fish. Yeah, they're called brim. They're called brim. Oh, snap. That's a real one. That's a real one there. I can't tell. He popped off. No, he didn't. He dashed for cover. Oh, he's coming back out of cover. Is that a cat? Oh, man. That's a carp. We got our first carp, guys. Ooh, he's breaching. He's breaching. He's not a big one. He's not a very big one, but he's fighting good. Got our first carp of the day. He's decent. He's not huge, but he's decent. Good enough. And they always fall over on their back in this net. And I like to keep them on their belly when I pull them out. Well, he's going to be on his back. It is what it is. He's not huge, but he's decent. He's not a baby. He's not a baby, but he's nowhere near a personal best. Let's get him up here on the bank and do some surgery on him, get this hook out of his mouth. He was hooked pretty good. Let me flip you around so you guys can see. I got the hook out already. He was hooked pretty good. But it came out. He's a decent little fish. Carp number 1. You guys want to kiss him? About as long as I am wide. Let's get him back, guys. No need to keep him out of the water. Well, that's one, guys. That's one. Ah, that water's hella cold, guys. I do not want to be washing my hands in that. I should have brought me a bait towel. Guys, how dirty is my butt? Is my butt pretty dirty, guys? Can you see it? That's we just caught a fish wiggle. It's a good wiggle. All right, guys, let me get baited back up here. Man, guys, my hands are literally froze. I can't be rinsing them off in that water like that. It's just never gonna work. I mean, my hands are froze. It's 30 some degrees out here, dude. I can't be rinsing them off in that water, dude. They are froze stiff. We're using our same regular bait that we always use, guys. The Ponko breadcrumbs with the strawberry gelatin mixed in with the whole kernel sweet corn, throwing a little bread ball on the end of the hook so that they have something solid that stays on the hook well for them to bite on. But you're really luring them in with that pack bait. You know, the bread is just to give them something to latch onto. But I'm gonna go ahead and bait this up, get it back in the water here. That carp fought pretty good for being such a little guy. He fought pretty dang good. I always throw my bread ball on here first. Right now I've got hamburger buns that I'm using. I've also got some white bread, but that's been in the bucket for a while. It's on the stale side. So I'm sticking with these nice fresh hamburger buns I got. And I'll show you guys how I set it up here. I just ball it up just into a nice neat little ball. My hands are so froze it's actually hard to do. God, my hands are froze. Well, guys, if we're catching carp, that's probably a bad omen for the catfish. It's probably unlikely that we're gonna get a catfish today, which sucks because that was today's target species. You guys know that I love catching the carp, but I didn't come out here to fish for carp. So, you know, any fish is good. I'll take any fish I get and I'll be grateful for it. But catfish was because we haven't caught a catfish on the stream in months, guys. It's been about 2 months since we've reeled in a cat. And that's what we were going for today. That was the target species. And we couldn't get here on time. We were late. But anyway, that's it, guys. You can see the hook sticking out the top there. The bread ball's actually more on the shaft than it is on the hook. And somehow they're able to take that in their mouth and run with it and not get hooked. But I did eventually hook them. But that's all I do, guys. As far as my hook, you can see it's just a little 3/0, nothing major. And then I've already showed you guys 100 times how to pack the pack bait on there. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. And we're gonna throw it back out there and catch us another one. And bam, that's just what it looks like right there. You got the pack bait packed around my pyramid, the bread ball on the end. That's literally all there is to it, guys. I'm gonna throw this out there, set my rod back up, and I'll let you guys know what happens. Man, he must have hit that 100 times before he took it. I'm sure it wasn't all him, of course. But man, I had 20 freaking bites on that thing before anybody took it. 20 at least. But hey, we got him. Target species failed. Fish caught. Success. I don't know why you guys are still looking at me. I need to flip that around. I'll show you guys my other. Right there, man. Just that little teeny tiny stick right there. is what we have holding our rod from going in the water. Just a little teeny tiny stick with the rod propped right up against it, almost at a 90-degree angle almost. And that's been working for us. So, you know, maybe that's another thing that's wrong. Maybe my rod angle's wrong. Maybe my rod angle needs to be more like a 45-degree angle. And maybe that's why we're not hooking up on these fish. You know, because if you go out on a boat and you buy actual real rod holders, you know, you're pretty much going to be set anywhere from a 35 to like a 50-degree angle. Maybe up to 65-degree angle, maybe. But, you know, your rod's going to be pointed out more than it's going to be pointed up. I keep my rod tip straight up in the air just because of how small of a stick I'm using to hold it. You know, how small of a rod holder I'm using. You know, so I don't know if that's possible that could be our problem. But I suspect that might have something to do with it. Because when I had the other stick, which was a lot taller, you know, I would pretty much prop the pole on it. And that one, we seem to have a much better hookup ratio than this little tiny stick that I have to stand it straight up. So I don't know if that actually has anything to do with it or if I'm just crazy. But I'm going to read some of these comments here, guys. Paul Olson came in. Good to see you, Paul. Man, I missed all kinds of guys. I'm sorry, guys. I get carried away talking and shooting the breeze and forget to read your guys' comments. Sunfish and bluegill are actually two separate species, Mountain Gorilla. They're in the same family or whatever, but they're actually two separate species. And then there's actually several species of sunfish. There's like red belly sunfish, green sunfish. There's, you know, several different species of sunfish, and they're actually completely separate from bluegill. So sunfish have several subspecies, and they're actually a completely different species than bluegill, believe it or not. Completely two different fish completely. What rig do I tie? I just throw on, right now I'm running a 65-pound trilene with a barrel swivel and sinker slider, you know, before the barrel swivel, and then about an 18-inch leader with a 3/0 circle hook, man, all tied up with angler's knots. The circle hook is snelled. I snell the circle hook and then I tie everything together with an angler's knot. Yeah, he was breaching. He was flopping all around. Thanks for being here, Mountain. I appreciate that, brother. Paul Olson, good to see you in here this morning, Paul. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate that. Michael's Card Addiction said, when I was a teenager, an old man asked me to bring him any female carp that I caught. He ate the eggs right out of the fish. Oh my goodness, that sounds disgusting. Guys, we're starting to get action on the pole again. It won't be long here before we get another one. That's absolutely disgusting, Michael. Carp are not the best tasting fish. They smell absolutely god-awful, super slimy. And I imagine their eggs would be awful, but then again, I could be wrong. Scotty Arena. What's up, Scotty? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that, Spidey. Mr. Arena. Scotty Arena. You just got a name that rolls off the tongue, brother. Literally. But yeah, good to see you, Spidey, man. Thanks for being here, brother. Yeah, I wouldn't eat the fish either. They're bony. They're bony, man. There's a lot of people that do eat carp, and they eat carp in other parts of the world, but I couldn't see eating a carp. I hear they don't really taste all that bad, but I couldn't see eating. I mean, I don't eat any fish that I catch. You know, but I do like fish. I don't dislike fish. But I'm not a big fish eater, to be honest. Paul, there are walleye in here, but I've never fished for them and I've never caught one. This winter, though, I'm going to try and keep the channel running throughout the winter. And I'm going to fish for them in winter and see if we have any luck. But yeah, there are walleye in here, Paul. I literally just threw my bait on there, Spidey. We just caught a fish, just rebaited, and we should be good to go. Rick Osmond, man, we got the whole Ricky Russo team in here, guys. We got Big Mike, we got Rick, we got Paul Olson, we got Fishing with Phil. Who we missing? Tim Lahman. Tim Lahman needs to make an appearance, guys. But good to see you, Rick. Nice to see you in here. Thanks for being here, brother. So hold up. He said circle hook might not be the juice. You're supposed to keep the area between the point and the shaft clear. I mean, it is mostly clear, but when they take the bait in their mouth, you know, the hook should catch them, I would think. But I mean, your hookup ratio is going to be lower on a circle hook anyway. But I run circle hooks just for the simple fact that I cannot stand digging a hook out of a fish's stomach. It's painful for the fish. Oh, I don't know if fish really feel pain. Oh my gosh, guys, there's a massive carp in there swimming towards my bait. An absolutely massive, massive carp. He's got to be a 25-pounder. He's swimming towards the bait. All I can do is hope he takes it. But yeah, your hookup ratio is going to be lower with a circle hook, but I cannot stand digging hooks out of fish's stomachs. You know, you can kill them that way. And, you know, anyone who follows my channel knows that I try to return the fish to the water with little to no harm. You know, like, that's the point of my channel, is to be nice to the fish so that when my daughter grows up, she can catch these same fish. You know, that's the idea, the purpose behind it. You know, because some fish species live for 30 years. You know, so realistically, I could catch one of these fish, 30 years down the road. You know, my daughter could catch that same fish 10 years down the road. Is it likely? Probably not. But if every fisherman had that attitude, there'd be a lot more fish for everybody to catch. I don't know. I think about it a little bit differently, I guess. But that's why I use the circle hook, man. I don't want to kill the fish. I don't want to rip their stomach or their gullet or any of that stuff up. Zach, what's up, dude? Tim Lahman is in here. Gosh, we got the whole Ricky Russo team. Yeah, you're right about that, Tim. You're right, brother. Carp are bottom feeders, and they smell bad and they taste bad, supposedly. But I've also heard they taste good if you prepare them right. So I don't know. I've never had one. I guess the thing to do would be catch one and cook it, I guess. Zach, I totally forgot to watch your video, brother. Totally forgot to watch your video. I'm going to try and watch it when I get home if I remember. Shoot me a text and remind me in like a couple hours. Lethal, keeping us updated on the... keeping us updated on the traditions and cultures around the world. I couldn't agree with you more, Spidey. I agree. It's not about winning or losing. It's about the experience. I totally agree. The bones are the issue. But yeah, I agree with you, Spidey. Man, I must be way behind on this chat, guys. All right, Rick, take care, brother. I don't use live bait or cut bait, Paul. Not often. I guess I could do that, Lethal. I could. Shiru's Orbit making an appearance. Hello, Shiru. Good to see you. Long time no speak. How have you been? Here, let me turn this around so I could talk to you. Hello, Shiru. Good to see you this morning. How have you been? Yeah, walleyes are great eating. Walleyes are fantastic eating. You're totally right about that. Shiru, I come in your streams all the time and you're never there. And I'm sorry. You know, I don't mean any offense, but I cannot sit in a stream where there's no interaction. The chat room is dead. It's just people running a video on a separate tab. They're not even there themselves. The host isn't there. You know, nobody's there to interact with. You know, I'm not just going to sit there and watch a picture on a screen with nobody to talk to, nothing to do. You know, so, but I come in and I check and I'm like, hey, Shiru. Shiru's gone again. Shiru's missing. And I give it, you know, like 5 minutes and I'm like, all right, on to the next one. But yeah, long time no see. Oh, thank you, Shiru. You're sweet. What's that, Paul? Carp? Guys, I don't know. I'm not really getting much action. I feel like I'm caught up on something. Let me recast. I feel like I'm in a bed of rocks. There's big carp out here looking for food, and I'm missing them because I'm laid up in a bed of rocks. Dude, how do you guys like that? What frickin' luck. What frickin' luck. Bad cast, guys. Bad cast, and I didn't realize it. That's going to cost me at least one fish, at least. Oh, blimey. Blimey, mate. Blimey. Blimey, mate. Let's bait this back up real quick with some fresh pack. Throw some fresh pack on it, get it back out there. Get them carp a jumping. There's some carp right here up close to the shore I'm looking at. Let me cast this out and I'll get right back to you guys in just a second. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of carp in here looking for my bait. Big school of carp. Not very big, most of them. Some of them appear to be decent sized. But they're out here looking for my bait. Oh man, I'm so bummed out we didn't catch the target species today. But I should have known. What did I miss here? What did I miss? All right, Paul, have safe travels, brother. Safe travels. No, I've never tried shrimp, Michael, just for the simple fact that I don't know how a catfish would ever get to eat a shrimp in the wild. So, I mean, when I fish for catfish, I like to use cut bait. You know, catch a little bluegill, chop them up, throw them on the hook, and, you know, land a big cat that way. Or I like to use worms. I like to try and, you know, fish with things that they would naturally eat in their environment. Now, I'm not saying shrimp don't work, but there's no freshwater shrimp in here. I don't even know if there's a such thing as a freshwater shrimp. I guess there might be. But there's damn sure not any saltwater shrimp in here. You know, and I try and match the forage. You know, whatever the fish are foraging on, I try and match that. But I'm not saying shrimp wouldn't work. The other problem, Michael, is, you know, as poor as I am, how the hell am I going to get my hands on any shrimp unless I go to the store and steal it? You know, so that'd be difficult to do. Yeah, Zach, I just told you, brother, I forgot to watch your video, and I apologize. Guys, people in the stream that watch me fish, if you guys could go sub Zach Webb trying to GoPro bro, I would appreciate that, and he would appreciate that. He just dropped his first YouTube video, and he's looking to get some feedback on his video. So if you guys could subscribe to him, watch his video, and leave him some feedback, it would be greatly appreciated. I go fishing with Zach here. He lives in my local area. And he hit me up yesterday right before the Browns game and asked me to watch his video. And, you know, I told him I would. And I totally forgot, you know, how it is with all the, you know, you guys know how it is who have lots of subs and sub to a lot of channels. It gets crazy. It gets hectic. And, you know, I'm about 3 days behind on Ricky Russo's videos, and I watch every single thing he drops. But yeah, if you guys could do that for me, it'd be greatly appreciated. Zach's a good guy. But yeah, Zach, dude, shoot me a text. I told you I don't think you were in the stream. But yeah, shoot me a text in about 2 or 3 hours. You know, just reminding me, you know, and I'll watch it, drop you a comment, hit the thumbs up, you know, and check it out. But, Zach, I'm subscribed to, like, I think 700 or 800 channels. So I get like 200 to 300 YouTube notifications a day. You know, and unfortunately they push, when I get a notification in, it'll push other notifications out of my feed. So it's, you know, I don't always see everything that I want to see. But if you shoot me a text in like 2 or 3 hours, dude, I'll make sure that I, you know, absolutely go and watch it and leave you some feedback on it, brother. Shiru says, I understand it's not for people to watch. It's for those who can be able to run me. I'm close to my watch hours, so no more silent streams after that. So are we just not going to see you anymore, Shiru, unless you're uploading a video? All right, Big Mike, be safe on your walk, brother. Or wait, you got a license, Big Mike. Be safe on your drive, man. Be safe. You catch catfish with shrimp too, Tim? Yeah, I seen it, Michael. I seen it. Yeah, Mountain Gorilla, thanks for being here, man. It means a lot. I appreciate it. You know, I'd like to do more of these streams, but the fact of the matter is I'm lazy, I guess. I mean, I don't really know how else to put it. You know, I should be out here every day doing these, but I don't. I did for a while, and then, you know, the viewers stopped coming, so I stopped doing it, and I should do it whether I get viewers or not, because as Richard Gene the Fishing Machine says, go fishing when you can, because it's good for you. And I'm a firm believer in that. Like, fishing is good for you. You know? So I should be out here every damn day doing it regardless, but I don't. But that's beside the point. That's a whole different issue. I will be uploading videos and live streaming sometimes. No sen. What is sen? I will be uploading videos and live streaming sometimes. No sen. No silent streams. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you can catch catfish with anything. And again, shrimp are expensive, man. If I'm buying shrimp, I'm dang sure not going to fish with them. I'm going to throw them up on the Barbie and I'm going to eat them mofos. Yeah, Lethal, I mean, like I said, I enjoy it, so I should do it all the damn time anyway. But I don't. I'm going to flip this around, guys, because I'm starting to get a little bit of action on the line here. Yeah, Mountain Gorilla, man, that's what happens to me, dude, is I'll be sitting there, you know, and my sleep schedule's screwed up, and I'll tell you why. It's Dave Durango's fault. The dude has pretty much my favorite channel on YouTube, you know, aside from Ricky Russo. After Ricky Russo, it probably goes Dave Durango. I'm a huge fan of J&W's Through the Mail Thursdays, but that's only one day a week. But Dave Durango's been doing these late night streams every single day for a couple of months, and I used to put them on, you know, and fall asleep to them, and I'd be good. But now I put them on, and I can't stop watching until the very end. And it's totally ruined my sleep schedule. You know, so he'll quit streaming at 4, and it's like, dude, I can go fishing in 2 hours. You know, so if I throw on a fishing video when Dave Durango, you know, gets done with his stream, it motivates me to get the hell out here and come fishing. And actually, the particular video that I watched yesterday, you know, one of my favorite channels on YouTube is called Catfish and Carp. And it's this guy, and he goes fishing with his boys. He's a lawyer, lives in Virginia. He's a cool dude, got a fantastic channel. I think he's got like over 500,000 subs. You know, he's got a great channel over there. And I was watching him, and he went fishing in a wheelchair because he had a fan from Australia who's physically disabled. And he said, what can people with physical disabilities do to, you know, catch more fish? So he went out and he bought a wheelchair. He rigged his wheelchair up, attached some freaking rod holders straight to the wheelchair, you know, got some retractable, you know, different things. And he went out and he went fishing in the wheelchair. And it's like, man, if this guy can get out and fish in a wheelchair and these disabled people are getting out and fishing, then why the hell am I not? I'm 31 years old. I'm not disabled. Currently, I don't have a damn job. So why not go fishing every day? There's absolutely no excuse for it. You know, and I was sitting there thinking, you know, I realized to myself, like, if these people can do it, then why am I not doing it? Why am I not taking advantage of something that other people would give anything to have and do? You know what I'm saying? So that totally motivated me to get out and do it. You know, so sometimes it's like that, man. You watch other people and you get motivated and you get inspired, you know, and you go out and you try and do it too. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But, man, if I put on a fishing video after Dave Durango, the odds are like 100% that I'm going to go fishing. You know, I watch these guys grab these 30-pound, 40, 50, 60-pound monsters, and it's like, I want to go get one of those. Now, is it realistically possible to catch a 40-pounder out of here? I doubt it. But I've seen some really big fish. So you never know. If you're not out there trying, you're never going to find out. But, yeah, man, I watch tons of channels. My favorite fishing channels on YouTube are Catfish and Carp, Richard Gene the Fishing Machine, One Rod, One Reel. And I actually just found a new channel last night, which is actually pretty crazy. It's not really my style of fishing, but the channel's pretty entertaining, and it's called Hook, Line, and Chill. And this guy pays like these strippers or hookers. I don't know what they are, but they're definitely bimbos or floozies. And he pays them to come sit like half naked on the edge of his boat, and you just basically stare at them while this guy checks his trot lines. And, you know, he actually has the women check the trot lines for him. You know, so it gets pretty intense. You know, I watched a video last night. There was a nip slip in it. And I'm like, dude, nipples and fishing? This is the way to live your life right here. But yeah, those 4 or 5 channels are my favorite on YouTube. All right, I mean, I'm getting action, but we're not hooking up, so I'm going to read some of this chat. Michael, have a great day, buddy. Sorry if I missed you. I probably did with all my rambling. No problem, Zach. Like I said, let me know when you wanna do some fishing together again. You know, you got my phone number, hit me up, you know, and we could do a collaboration video. You know, before I never really put you on my channel or nothing because I didn't know if, you know, you wanted me to. I know you said you didn't care, but, you know, I didn't know that we were going to become friends the way we did either. So, I actually still have that video. I think I still have that video of you catching that carp that I recorded. But yeah, let me know if you ever want to do a collaboration, dude. We can get together and fish together, you know, collaboration style. He drove there, Michael. What do you want me to call you? Michael? Mike? Michael's Card Addiction? MCA? What do you want me to call you, Michael? I've never really asked. But yeah, he drove there as far as I know. Which, you know, would technically be cheating. But, you know, if you're disabled, I think you can probably get, I would hope that you could probably get someone to help you. You know, I would really hope. So you guys are all hip to catfishing carp. Yeah, he's my favorite YouTuber. As far as fishing goes, he's by far my favorite. And then after him, I like Richard Jean. And then after Richard Jean, I like One Rod, One Reel. They're all fantastic channels. But catfishing carp is by far my favorite. You know why? Because he has fun. No matter what, whether he catches fish, whether he doesn't catch fish, which the dude damn near always catches fish. He has fun, you know, and his videos are fun. They're interactive. Well, they're not interactive because the comments are disabled, but they feel interactive. Like, it's very, very easy to watch him for 2 hours straight and not even know that it's been 2 hours. That's how good his damn videos are. Pig Patrol Ty? Or Ty. I was reading Try and I said Ty. Pig Patrol. I think I've actually seen a couple Pig Patrol videos, Zach. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I might have seen a couple Pig Patrol videos. Michael's fine. Okay. Dang, Michael, that's rough, brother. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I might have to check this bait here if I don't see no action on it, because it's getting slow. We came out, we had a hot bite, an hour into it, and the bite seems to have slowed down. $36, man, that's awful, dude. I'm sure you don't want any sympathy or pity party or nothing, but that's awful, man. If I was you, I'd try and find somewhere, you know, maybe close by that you could walk to, you know, and do some fishing. As far as sight goes, keep your hand on the rod, man. If you keep your hand on the rod, you're going to feel them fish every damn time. But yeah, I mean, I don't know where you live or if there's anything close to you or not, but I'm actually very fortunate because while I have a driver's license and I drive, I don't have a vehicle. So I'm fortunate that I have a 121 mile long river in my backyard. If I could find a way to transport my gear better, there's, you know, literally 4 lakes within bike riding distance that I could go. There's actually probably 5, 6, 7, 8 lakes within bike riding distance that I could go and hit up. But I just don't really have a good way to transport my gear to do that. You know, so I'm fortunate I live in an area that's got a lot of bodies of water around me that are fairly easily accessible. The river that I'm fishing in now is literally a 10-minute walk from my house. You know, so I'm very fortunate, you know, to have that. But yeah, that would be my suggestion to you, buddy. Pull up a Google map and find your closest body of water and, you know, make a plan. And try and make it a regular plan, you know. Get together with a buddy who likes to fish and say, hey, we're going to try and go fishing every week if time allows, time permits. You know? Man, my pack bait is scattered all around. I think another reason the fishing has kind of slowed down and chilled is because, man, this thing was so weed covered and grass covered. There's not a single blade of grass or weeds in this entire river now. Once the water, you know, got cold and you know, it wasn't warm out anymore, every single bit of that grass and weeds, they all died. And they just went away. Like, it's not even dead laying in there. It's just gone. It disappeared. And I think that, you know, if you take away the fish's hiding spots, you know, there's going to be less fish in that area. Guys, I'm starting to think I'm going to have to check this bait. I'm not seeing no action on it. That's why I like fishing here where I've been fishing at, because I got that laid down tree right there. You know, and those carp can school up underneath that tree and just lay there all day if they want. Zach, you work and shit, brother. I don't even have a schedule right now. So I prefer if you hit me up, to be 100% honest with you, just because my schedule is pretty much wide open. If I'm not visiting my daughter, I'm going to go fishing with you. You know, you got your kids, you got your job, you got all kinds of things, you know, more so occupying your time than I do. I mean, I fish, I YouTube, you know, I look for jobs, and, you know, I visit my daughter, and that's it. Dang, Lethal, an hour ride to go fishing? Now that's some damn commitment right there. That's some damn commitment right there, dude. All right, Michael, take care, brother. Take care. Let me know what you work out there for your fishing thing. And next time you go fishing, get some video, man. Upload it to YouTube. I'd love to watch it. You know, I much prefer fishing streams and videos, you know, to card ripping and card opening. Like, you know, I like cards and I like the hobby, but man, it gets so damn boring watching the same thing all the time over and over and over again. You know, so the more fishing related content that I have popping up in my feed, you know, the more that I'm going to watch it. You know, that's just, you know, if I see it, you know, and it comes across my screen, I'm going to watch it. That's just, you know, I love fishing. But yeah, don't forget to record it, man. Oh yeah, Lethal. Gas prices. What's your gas prices like over there? And try to equate it to like US dollars if you can, because I have no idea about Australian. I don't even know what you guys use, to be honest with you. But yeah, try to equate it to US prices if you can. Brian, don't give two fucks, Virginia. What's up, Brian? How you doing today, brother? Good to see you in here, Brian. Good to see you in here. I feel like I haven't talked to you in ages, man. How you been? How have you been, brother? Heck yeah, Michael. I mean, that's all you can do, man. Try. That's all you can do. All right, guys, I'm going to check this bait because the action is absolutely terrible. I have a feeling my bait is still on there. I am going to reel it in, pack it up again with some fresh pack bait, and try it again. I mean, I'm not getting no hits, no action. Maybe I'll try casting in a slightly different spot closer to cover. See if I can't lure them fish out of cover to get them to come out here and take it. I risk getting snagged up that way, but I did wear my waders. So I could potentially go in the water pretty deep and get my fish out of a snag. The only problem with that is I'm kind of paranoid Because if you're wearing waders and you step in too deep, the waders will fill up with water and you'll fucking drown. You know, once you get water in your waders, it's not coming out. Like, you're going to have to take them off and dump the water out. So if you accidentally go in too deep, you will drown wearing waders. So I'm a little hesitant to do that. But nevertheless, I think I might cast right there by cover. And maybe get them to try and lure them out a little bit, you know. I see a good bass in here. He's a good looking bass. Good looking bass. Man, I can't tell if my line's moving because of the wind or if we're actually getting a little bit of action here. I want to check it so bad, but I hate checking it because then you start from scratch, basically. You know, all your time spent in the water is wasted. Let me flip this around, too. Let me flip this all the way around and get it straight again. And then let me flip the actual phone around, because that wind is like blowing right on the speaker. And I know that's got to be unpleasant. Brian, it is freezing out here, dude. It is freezing. $1 Australian gets you like 30 US cents. Petrol costs $2 a liter. That's cheap. That's cheap as hell, isn't it? $2 a liter? Hold on, let me think about this. $1 Australian gets you like 30 US cents. I'm like spacing out right now trying to calculate how much that would be. So that's like 60 cents a liter. That's not bad at all, man. That seems cheap. I don't know, we've been paying like anywhere from $2.50 to $3 a gallon now for a couple years. So, I mean, that seems to be about equivalent, right? Brian. Well, a liter would be like what I would think their liter would be the same as like, you know, one of them Pepsi bottles. Not the 20 ounce, not the 2 liter, but the 1 liters. I would think. $2 Australian. So it'd be like 60 cents in America. I think there's what? 2.5 liters in a gallon or something? So we'd be paying like $1.50 a gallon. Or $1 a gallon. It wouldn't be much, I know that much. I gotta check this, man. This action sucks. Yeah, our frickin' bait's still on there, man. Here we go with the slowness. Here we go with the dang slowness. No bites, no nothing. My frickin' feet are freezing. I'm cold, my hands are cold. The water's cold. The fish are cold. I'm getting a little disappointed in the fact that I haven't caught a catfish in so dang long. I know I can still catch them. And the catfish should be trying to fatten up. So what gives? Do I literally have to get here at 6 in the morning just to get a damn catfish? I mean, I was here at 7. I was here at 7. We didn't get a catfish, so I got to get here at 6. I mean, at 6, it's still dark out. I have not had a serious offer or a serious take of my bait in a half a freaking hour. I'm gonna have to fish closer to that cover, and I don't want to do that. Well, we'll see if that does the trick. We're a little bit closer to the cover. $3.78 a gallon is what it converts to. That does seem pretty damn expensive, to be honest. Brian says, I didn't think about Coke numbers. I know them. Hopefully that's only Coca-Cola numbers, Brian. Damn, we went down to 2 people in this mofo. What did I say? Was it the cocaine joke? We lost everybody out of here. Brian, you live in Virginia. Have you ever watched Catfish and Carp's channel? I'm pretty sure he's from Virginia. He's got an awesome channel, dude. Catfish and Carp. The guy snags monsters, bro. Monsters. He snags absolute monsters. He catches the fish that make me want to get out and go fishing. You know? Like, man, if I could just get one of those, I'd be happy. And he's catching them all the dang time. Brian, he said it's been a while, but I know them too. He said it's like you paying $9 a gallon roughly. Zach calculated it out to $3.78. One of you guys is mistaken there on your math. But yeah, $9 a gallon would be like California prices, dude. I don't even think they charge that much in Cali. That seems entirely too much to pay for some petrol. We call it gas up here, dude. We call it gas. Man, it's too windy, guys. I cannot take this. It's cold. It's windy. But at least it ain't raining. Right? Be thankful for the little things. Hell yeah, Brian. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, dude, the hook, line, and chill, I just found them last night. And, you know, I clicked on the video because I'm like, this fucking clickbait shit. Like, why does this guy have a half-naked chick hanging on the front of his boat? Then I actually watched a couple of the videos. I'm like, wow, this isn't really clickbait. He really has these half-naked chicks checking his trot lines for him. And definitely an interesting channel. Completely different than anything I've ever seen from the fishing community. at first I was a little like, this is kind of sleazy. But then I watched a couple and I'm like, this is awesome. Like, why would I think this is sleazy? This is awesome. It's probably pretty cold over there in England too, yeah, Shiru? Pretty cold over there, Shiru? I mean, these trees are all but dead. Ain't no damn leaves on them no more. I mean, let me get you a... I'll give you guys a look around so you can see all this dead foliage. I mean, everything's dead and or dying. I reckon we're not going to get a bite. I can take a little walk. But yeah, it's dead and or dying. You can see all the leaves on the ground. Just absolutely covered in leaves. But yeah, it's definitely towards the end of fall. Winter will be here before we know it. And it sucks because I missed the fall bite. I missed the fall bite. Zach caught the fall bite. He caught him some nice fish. He hooked up on some pike. He hooked up on some nice bass. He hooked up on a big old flathead. Zach caught the fall bite. I missed it. I missed the fall bite, guys. But that's why we got so many of these fishing YouTube channels. So you can actually see what you're missing. What I'm missing. What everybody's missing who's not out there fishing. See what you're missing if you ain't out there fishing. What did I miss here on this chat? Alan, what's up, brother? Good to see you, Alan. How you doing today? Oh, you're all good, Amio. You're all good, brother. Yeah, Brian, Shiru is a sweetheart. She's my Kenyan girlfriend who lives in the UK. But she's married, so you know how that is. You know how it is with them married women. You know how that goes. But how you doing, Alan? You see my Browns got their ass whooped by the Broncos? They got beat by a quarterback who's never ever taken a snap in an NFL game. Did you see that crap? And I called it, too. I predicted it before the game. Before it started, I predicted it. And it happened. And it sucked. But, yeah. Good to see you in here, Alan. Good to see you in here. I think Scotty's long gone, Mountain Gorilla. I think he is long gone. Yeah, Alan, I try to be upbeat and positive. I really try. But yeah, it was difficult to watch yesterday, brother. Difficult game to watch. All right, Lethal, take care, man. Have a great night, day, evening. Evening over there. Have a great evening, brother. Good to see you, Lethal. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Alan, we really dropped it on that one. We really dropped the ball on that one, Alan. No excuse for it. And, you know, as far as I understand, I haven't actually looked because I don't care enough at this point. The season's over. But I'm pretty sure we didn't even fire our coach. How can you have a team with that much talent and not fire the coach for starting 0-6? Not fire the coach to losing to teams that you should beat and beat handily. Makes no sense to me. Yeah, you're right. The Broncos are in the AFC West. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together, Alan. You're totally right, man. Yeah, Shiru. You like rubbing the fact that you're married in my face. I know. You like rubbing it in. Take care, Lethal Brother. Take care. But yeah, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. The AFC West is Denver. And isn't it particularly worse, though? Isn't Denver like the rival of the Chiefs more so than any other team in the AFC or the NFC West? Or AFC West, rather? Isn't Denver and Kansas City more rivals than Oakland or any of those other teams? Chiefs and Raiders is the worst one? Okay, I just know that Broncos fans hate the Chiefs. Like, all the Broncos fans I know are always like, you know, talking trash, like, you know, oh, the Chiefs, they suck. You know, we're going to beat the Chiefs. You know, and talking all that mad jazz. But yeah, Broncos fans don't seem to be liking the new revamped, high-octane Chiefs. You know, but I'm an NFC or an AFC North guy, and I freaking love the Chiefs. I cannot wait for the Chiefs to get their revenge on New England. I cannot wait for the Chiefs to get their revenge on New England. Speaking of New England, I heard they got absolutely exposed last night. I didn't watch the game. I was watching The Walking Dead and watching YouTube instead. But I heard the New England Patriots got exposed. And they might have just been, the people that I was hearing might have just been talking crap. But they were saying that the Ravens basically used the Browns' game plan against the Patriots. And I'm talking nonsense, guys. I'm tired. But I basically heard that the Ravens were using the Browns' game plan against the Patriots. And they totally exposed them. They ran the ball down their throats. Played a good, solid game and beat them handily. Is what I heard. Yeah, what's crazy though, Alan, don't forget the Browns stomped a frickin' mud hole in the Ravens. We ran up 40 frickin' points on the Ravens and beat the living tar out of them. And then the Ravens come out and stomp the Patriots. So, I mean, the Browns, man, they're an anomaly. You can't figure them out. You never know what's going to happen in a Browns game. They have all the talent to beat pretty much any team in the league. They just don't do it. They fail to capitalize and do it. And it's frustrating. Bobby Catalano, long time no see. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. And if you got to go take your walk, have a great walk, Bobby. Have a great walk. I caught a carp earlier, Alan. He wasn't huge, but he wasn't small. He wasn't a baby, but he wasn't huge. But yeah, we just got the one carp and literally haven't had a single bite or a single bit of action since. It's been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible. Phone's only on 28%, and it's so dang cold and windy. Once this phone dies and, the stream's over, I'm going to call it. I'm not going to mess around out here trying to catch another one. But yeah, the action's been terrible. We got that one fish. And when I first started, the action was great. We were killing it. We were slaying it. We had like 20 bites. Before we finally hooked up. And then after we caught that fish, it just died. Which they say that'll happen. They say if you catch a fish, in one area of water, they say it's going to be dead for 30 minutes, before you catch another one. So, I guess I believe it because it's been about an hour. And we haven't hooked up with a single damn thing. I don't understand why my tones are going off here. I got my freaking phone set on silent. I shouldn't be getting ringtones. It is the coaching, Alan. It's 100% the coaching, dude. Our coach is a moron, a complete and total moron. The fact that they didn't fire him, because the pressure has to come from the top. And they're being soft on the coach, and the coach is being soft on the players. It's inexcusable. And it's not just Freddie Kitchens. Steve Wilks needs to be fired too. How do you have 4? I'm starting to get worked up. I need to calm it down. How do you have 4 Pro Bowl defensive linemen, 2 studs for a cornerback, Mack Wilson, who's an absolute steal as a 5th-round draft pick, studs all over the defense, basically an all-star team on defense, and allow a quarterback who's never taken a snap in the NFL to put up 21 points on you, 24 points? How do you allow a team that's had a prolifically bad offense all season score 24 points on your all-star defense? Steve Wilks needs to be fired. Fire Freddie Kitchens and fire his entire staff with him. Start this thing from scratch and keep the players. I think any other coach could win with this amount of talent. I think Hugh Jackson would win games with this talent. I think if we had Greg Williams, we'd be 7-1 right now instead of 2-6. I truthfully believe that. But yeah, that's my rant about our coaching. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, I appreciate that, Bobby. I appreciate that. Take care, Alan. Take care, brother. I need to read the stream when I'm sitting here ranting. But I'm so tired, I feel like if I don't get my thoughts out, I'll just leave them hanging mid-sentence and never finish them. Guys, I think it's done, guys. You know, the only thing that I can really figure is this daylight savings time thing, but I mean, fish don't have clocks. They don't know what damn time of day it is. But it would be 9:30 right now, which is typically a slow time to catch fish. But instead it's 8:30, which should be a good time to catch fish. I don't know. I came out at first light. I should still be catching fish, regardless of the clock thing. 'Cause like I said, fish don't have clocks or watches. So the time of day wouldn't matter. The fact of the matter is I came out at first light and I have not caught a dang thing. Well, I caught the one carp, and that was it. It seems to me like I should have caught more than just one fish. You know, if you're coming out at first light, you should be hot for 2 or 3 hours before it dies down. It just baffles me, guys. It baffles me. We do have a train going by, though, so we could always get the train bite. The train bite is a real thing, guys. When that train comes by, these fish like to get active and bite. I don't know why. It makes no sense to me. But it happens. So maybe we'll get lucky here and get a train bite. But yeah, I'm disappointed in the results of this fishing stream. But hey, you know what? We caught one fish, and one fish is better than no fish. So I guess I'll take it. It's been cold, Amio. The fish should be well adapted by now, man. It's been cold. It's been cold for the better part of a week. The water's absolutely freezing. When I caught that carp and I rinsed my hands off in the water, I'm like, ooh, that was a bad idea. I mean, the water felt like it was frickin' at least 40 degrees at least. Or at most 40 degrees, I should say. It definitely felt less than 40. I mean, it was freezing cold. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is later in the year. We're at the tail end of fall. I should have came out at the beginning of fall. But it's just rained so damn much. You know, with all the rain and everything, I didn't know what to do. You know, I don't like fishing in the rain. But I should have. I should have. You had your first freeze last night. Where you at, Amio? Sorry, I don't remember. Aren't you somewhere on the eastern seaboard? New Jersey or something like that? I think you're somewhere over here on the east by me, right? Connecticut, okay. I thought you were somewhere over there. I mean, I don't know if we've had our first freeze. I want to say we have. But it's been, 30, 38 as the high, for the better part of a week now, I want to say. It feels like a week. I mean, it's been cold. It was snowing on Halloween here, which I guess really wasn't that long ago. But yeah, it's been really cold, man. I mean, we're talking like, I want to say like 33 degrees, 30, at the, for like a high overnight, I would think 33 degrees. But I feel like we've had our first freeze. All the pepper plants died. They quit, making peppers, and they shriveled up and they got all limp and stuff. So I'm assuming we've had our first freeze as well. But it feels like it's been cold for a long time, it feels like. I don't know what to say to you guys. I gave my Browns rant. We talked about the weather. I'm terrified to go into politics or religion with you guys. We talked about fishing, how bad it sucks. Right now, anyway. We talked about the foliage and how everything's changing and dying. The end of life for these plants and things. The end of the cycle, basically. And then it'll all start again in the springtime. Everything will spring back to life. Rejuvenation. And all that jazz. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys think? Anybody else sick and tired and frustrated with their NFL franchise? Because I know I am. Really, Brian? Is that good or bad? I don't know what that does, to be truthful with you. I have no idea what that would do, Brian. Fill me in, brother. And you talking hot peppers or regular peppers? Because I was talking about hot peppers, but I suppose it would be the same for any peppers as far as the cold killing them, Well, if you want to know about that, Bobby, the truth of the matter is that I'm late always getting to my fishing spot. And when I come down, it's like, dude, I want to take a picture of that. That looks beautiful. I take a short video of that. That looks amazing. And it's like, dude, I'm already running late. I don't got time for this crap. I need to get my pole in the water if I'm going to catch any fish. And then on the way home, it's like, dude, I'm cold. I'm freezing. I'm lugging all this crap. I just want to get home and snuggle up in my bed with a blanket so I'm nice and warm. And that's what happened to that, Bobby. That's why you never got it. And I do apologize for that because I said I would. I came out this morning and there was an absolutely gorgeous sunrise. The sky was purple, orange, red, and blue, and it was just beautiful. And I wanted to stop and take a video of it. But again, it's like I need to get my dang pole in the water. I'm losing time here. But yeah, that's what happened, Bobby. That's what happened. Well, Bobby, in order to have fall foliage, you would need to have a fall. And Florida just doesn't have that. Amio, thanks for subbing up Zach, man. I don't know if he's, actively here, but I know that he appreciates it, and I appreciate it as well, Amio. And I'm sure he'll sub you back. I'm sure of it. But I appreciate that, Amio. Okay, Brian. So, but it doesn't actually do anything to the plant, like make the flavor stronger or anything like that. You want videos of the snow too, Bobby? Bobby, were you here when I showed the area that I was in here? When I did like the pan around, were you here? Because I mean, I guess there was a little bit of foliage left on the trees. Not much, but there was a little bit of foliage. I could do another pan around for you if you want. Man, why do I keep dropping into a poor connection? What gives? What freaking gives? Let me know if you guys are buffering. But I could do another pan around here of this area, show you the little bit of foliage that's left. Oh, okay, I see, Brian. I see. That makes sense, brother. I never even thought about doing that, to be honest. But yeah, that makes sense. Look, Amio's got your back, Bobby. Amio's got your back. Spinning, but still working, huh? Oh, you're on the snow now, Bobby? I'm gonna see what temperature it is. It's freaking cold. $41. 41 frickin' degrees, guys. 41 degrees is too cold for me. Good news is I got the electricity fixed in my camper, so I do have heat now, which is good. Cost me $100 to do it that I don't have. I had to borrow it from my neighbor and I have to pay him back. But hopefully I get a job here soon, and it'll be like one paycheck. I'll pay him back really quick, no big deal. But sometimes you gotta borrow money when you need heat. I mean, I was tired of freezing my balls off. It was getting too cold at night to realistically do it. I was afraid that I might freeze to death, if I'm being honest with you guys. So I had to go ahead and get my electricity fixed so I could run some heaters, and I did. But it cost me $100 frickin', man, and I was not happy about it. But so far, everything's been good. I've ran my heaters on high. Well, I only have one heater, but I ran it on high. I didn't smell any like burning plastic or anything like that. My power never went out. Nothing overloaded I didn't have any of the problems that I was having before. So I'm thankful for that, man, because trying to sleep when you're cold sucks. Like, if you actually fall asleep, you'll sleep good and deep. But man, trying to get to sleep and waking up because you're too cold sucks. But you do sleep pretty deep, I gotta say. Yeah, I fixed it, Bobby. I had bought a new power inlet. That's what it was called. It was called a power inlet, and I took the other one off, and I bought another one. Because my power went out completely, too. That's another thing. Like, I didn't have any power. I couldn't even run my TV. Like, before, I could run stuff as long as I kept the electricity draw low. But then I took it apart to look at it. And when I took it apart, everything inside was so melted and it literally crumbled. Because it was plastic that had become brittle from constantly being heated and cooled off and heated and cooled off. It turned to, like, brittle dust and it just crumbled when I took it apart. And I'm like, dude, I don't have even lights. I don't have lights. I don't have TV. I don't have nothing. And it's like, I can't, I could live without the heat for a little bit, but I can't live without the TV. Crazy how that works. I could live without heat, but I can't live without TV. And yeah, so I had to go buy a new power inlet. And when I took it apart, I realized, like, hey, this can be replaced. So I took it apart and I took it up to the Camper World. And I bought a new power inlet and a new head for my power cord. And it cost me freaking $100. But hey, it's fixed. $85 sounds awesome. I almost timed somebody out. If I timed somebody out, I apologize. I wasn't trying to. But yeah, 85 sounds awesome, Bobby. I would kill for 85 right now. Damn, 28 degrees? That's cold. Damn, that's cold. Had to scrape the windshield this morning. No, so far I haven't smelled any burning plastic or anything, Bobby. I don't think we'll catch on fire. When I first fixed it, I actually went out to a card game to try and win some money, but there was no gambling. We didn't gamble. But I went to a card game hoping to win some money. But, I was nervous, because my dogs are in there. So I let my dogs out, and took them up to my dad's house, which I don't like taking them up to my dad's house because he has like a really, really bad flea infestation. And like, my dogs have flea medicine, but just because they have flea medicine doesn't mean the fleas aren't going to bite them. They're going to bite them and die. And I hate to get my dogs all bit up with fleas. But it's like, well, would you rather have some flea-bitten dogs or some dead dogs? So I took them up to my dad's house and let them stay up there while I was at the card game. I came back, my power was still on, heater was still running, and I'm like, hell yeah. So I brought the dogs back down, and we've been good ever since. But when I first changed it out and I installed it, I was a little worried, that it would do the same thing again because, it had melted so bad that it actually went all the way up the copper wires that lead to the inside of the camper, and it had melted so bad that it actually melted off the insulation of the wires, and two of the wires were actually touching, which, if you know anything about electricity, or you don't even have to know anything about electricity, it's common sense that you don't want two wires touching each other. They need to be separated and insulated, and I couldn't actually get up in there to insulate them very well, so I kind of peeled them apart and spread them out to where the insulation was. And, did my best, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, if those two wires were still going to be touching or not. So I didn't know if it was going to burn down while I was gone or not, but it didn't, and it seems to be doing fine ever since. pellet stove. What's a pellet stove, Amio? But yeah, I hate going out when it's cold. That's part of the reason I haven't done no fishing, man. It's too damn cold. Too damn cold. But yeah, what's a pellet stove, brother? Hats McGee, the obsessed Astros fan, has made his return. Welcome to the stream, Hats. Hope you're doing well this morning, brother. Good to see you going by Hats again. You know, screw that guy. You know, if he wants to be a bully, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm not going to associate with the guy, talk to him, sub to his channel, watch his videos. Screw that guy. Nobody likes a bully. And from what I've seen, you're a good guy, Hats. So thanks for being here. Nice to see you. And I hope that guy's left you alone and he's not bullying you anymore. Because I'll frickin' come out with a blast video on his ass if I have to. Yeah, I don't really mess with electricity. That's absolutely right, Bobby. I mean, nobody really should unless you know what you're doing, but I don't really know that much about electricity. When I was going to college for diesel technology, I learned a little bit, but I smoked so much pot back in those days and smoked a lot of pot since. You know, so my memory of what I learned about electricity is kind of fried. It's like gone. It no longer exists. But yeah, I wouldn't, you know, I prefer not to mess with electricity. It's like a wood stove, but uses pellets of wood and gets self-fed. No way, that sounds crazy, Amio. That sounds awesome. But yeah, that sounds crazy, man. Self-feeding is what I do every day. I feed myself. No, it's not hard to fish while streaming. I do it all the damn time. Well, I used to do it a lot more. But yeah, I do it all the damn time. I enjoy it. And it's not hard at all. It's cold. 41 degrees right now. Which is too damn cold to be sitting out here. But besides the, you know, it being cold. Besides it being cold, man, you know, it's good. Everything's good. Everything's great. Bobby Catalano. Hats McGee's got a finger pointing up at you, Bobby. It says, this guy rocks. Bobby's a girl, Hats. Oh, wow, Amio. Yeah, it sounds like the fireplace thing is the way to go in that case. Man, 800 to 1,000 a month. Goodness gracious. Wow. Yeah, I don't know about using electric, you know, way up north here. That seems like it would be expensive. You know, I mean, I don't know too much, but it seems like it would be really expensive. I had a house, you know, that I owned in Parma that, you know, I sold when I moved down here and, you know, got the camper and all that. But my house had a radiant floorboard. You know what I'm talking about? Like radiant floorboard heat panels that were basically, you know, it was heated by steam. You know, it was radiant heat that had like hot water running through copper pipes or, you know, steam running through copper pipes. One of the two, and that's how I got my heat. And that was incredibly efficient. My electric bill and my heat, both, never ever got above $100 no matter what season it was. But yeah, I had a gas water heater, and that's it. Gas water heater. And that was it. It was incredibly efficient, you know, no furnace or nothing like that. And like I said, never had an electric bill over 100 and never had a heating bill over 100. But I'm sure that's probably not an option for like bigger houses and stuff. Yeah, 200 a month is a hell of a lot better than 800. That's worlds better, dude. Worlds better. Down to 5%, guys. Down to 5%. Looks like we are not going to snag another fish on this trip. Zach, make sure you add these people back that add you, brother. I think you know that, but yeah, make sure you add these people back, man. Appreciate that, Hats. It's called hydronics? I had no idea. That's awesome, Amio. That is awesome, dude. Ricky Clark, what up, what up? We get a morning, everyone, instead of a what up, what up. Ricky Clark must think I'm special, guys. Good to see you, Ricky. Thanks for stopping in, brother. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that, Hats. I could use all the likes I could get. My Brown stream got 3 frickin' thumbs downs yesterday. Just now starting to run gas lines in the neighborhood? Wow. But then again, Connecticut's one of those old, you know, those old school... Those old, you know, it's up north, you know. It's probably very rural, I'm assuming. You know, not a lot of hustle and bustle. I don't know. I've never been to Connecticut. But I would assume there's not a lot of hustle and bustle up there. $250 a ton? That seems ridiculously cheap. Ricky said it's too early for a what up, what up? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? There you go, Ricky. I'm going to wake you up a little bit, man. All right, Zach, I didn't know, man. A lot of times, you know, that's kind of the way it works. You know, you meet people, and, you know, if they're going to watch your content, it's only kind of right that you watch theirs as well. Oh, shit, we're dead. Bye, guys. Peace, 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 peace.